Hey guys, it's Lord Civic, and today we are going to be reviewing the movie Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Again, as before, we will be giving away the digital copy that comes with the 4K Blu-ray disc, so if you are interested in signing up, please make sure to read the description in the pinned comment below on the instructions on how you can enter. Also, please feel free, as I've been putting in the pinned comment as well, if you have any technical spec questions or any questions on the film at all, feel free to ask me. I love answering you guys' questions. I get the biggest smile on my face every time I get a notification on my phone about that. With saying that, let's hop right in. So the film was shot in its entirety in 6.5K and then digitally scanned in its intermediate at 4K DI. Now, to say in the future when, let's say, 8K becomes more prevalent and more of the mainstream, will Lucasfilm go back and rescan the movie in 6.5K and then upscale that to 8K, or will we be getting a 4K scan upscale to 8K? When the time comes, I guess we'll get the answer. But for now, this film is phenomenal. HDR is ridiculous. Blacks are perfect, and like honestly, before seeing this, and I guess I haven't watched the original trilogy like Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker yet in 4K, but before this, Last Jedi was my favorite. But when Rian Johnson did the, I guess, the Blu-ray copy, and he was like going over it and they were working in the room, he wanted to keep the cinematic coloring of the details, so there's not really like perfect blacks in a lot of shots, but there is still some. But with this, it has perfect blacks across the board, and my god, this movie is just gorgeous. From a cinematography standpoint, this can hang with like the best of them. When with the prequels, I had like critiques and negatives that I can like point out, stuff that I didn't like, but this is a 4K native 4K Blu-ray disc with perfect blacks, amazing HDR, shots that there was literally shots that you could compare to nature documentaries, and it hangs with the best of them. Scarif, Jeddah, Wambani, Yavin 4, literally everything was gorgeous. As you like look at shots of the Death Star, and the Death Star would either be at the bottom of the screen or the top of the screen, or even like the opening scene when you see, not opening scene, but the scene when you see the Death Star for the first time. It opens with a shot of like the entire screen is black, and then a Star Destroyer comes into sight, and then behind the Star Destroyer you see the Death Star, and then half of the Death Star is black, and then I guess the camera goes and it pans across it, and black is like catching up. It's just gorgeous. Like literally, Gareth Edwards, I know he's not a cinematographer, but like this is an entire job. Like this is a job of collaborators. Like ILM, Gareth Edwards, the cinematographer, everybody they were just in their bag. Like this movie is fantastic from a cinematography standpoint. There's literally shots in the movie where I had to not just once, not twice, not three, like I can remember at least eight or nine times where I literally had to skip back the movie multiple times because the shot was just so gorgeous, and seeing it once was just not enough. Perfect HDR implementation. These shots of Jeddah and Yavin, don't even get me started on Yavin. It's just perfect color temperature, the lighting, the radiant of the sky, the battle of Scarif at the end, not just the space battle, but what is happening on the ground. It's just beautiful. Opening shot at Lamu. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how to spell it, but the planet that Jin and Galen Erso and Lyra Erso are taking refuge when they're trying to escape the Empire. You learn that in like Rogue One Catalyst and stuff like that. But when director Orson Krennic is walking out, and before when it was shot in 1080p, you could see it, and like you could see that he had raindrops across his jacket or whatever. But in this format in 4K, before you could see he had raindrops, and you can it was kind of hard to distinguish between each one. In this 4K DI, you could see every raindrop. I paused the image, and I also like took a shot, and I literally had to zoom in just so you guys can see it. You could see every raindrop across his raincoat, and you can also see the texturing of everybody's outfits, perfect skin detail, perfect color temperature of the sky. Don't even get me started on, like, I love the Vader scene at the end. Probably if not the best Vader scene in all of Star Wars live action cinema. But before, when you watch it, it was like the scene when he walks out and like he has, first of all, Anakin is such a drama queen. I love it. He turns off his entire suit. Before he turns and ignites his lightsaber, the whole screen is black. You can't, not the whole screen is black. You'd see like the rebel troopers like aiming their guns and stuff like that. But there's just a cloud of smoke and there's just blackness. When he ignites his lightsaber, literally the HDR makes it look like there's just blood red across the screen. Like literally looks like his lightsaber with the kyber crystal, the red light kyber crystal, is making just like red go across the screen. I can honestly go on about this movie for hours and hours and rave, but this is a top tier Blu-ray disc. I'm talking like with the best of them: Blade Runner 2049, 2001 Space Odyssey, Into the Spider-Verse. I know it's an animated film, but like, I'm telling you, this is a movie that hangs with the big boys. It also has a whopping 4,000 nits. Every other Star Wars film, even The Last Jedi and I believe The Rise of Skywalker, which are the two most, not Solo's more recent as well to The Last Jedi, but those are the most recent Star Wars film. And I can only think of maybe 2 other films that have a 4,000 nits. 4,000 nits, that's how bright the screen gets. It's so bright, like the Death Star when it fires off is also gorgeous as well. But there's only 2 other movies, I believe, Dunkirk and I think Valorian. Blade Runner 2049 is the king of when it comes to nits. It has a whopping like 10,000 nits at some parts, which is just crazy to think. But like a lot of the shots on this are just blinding, and it's like it might be like an only small part of the screen, especially during the confrontation on Edu. But like it's just, and the audio is phenomenal. The mix is gorgeous. Sound exactly how they sounded back in 1977, but it was just sounded like it was updated. Also love the shots of during the Battle of Scarif. They took some of the shots from New Hope, the not behind the scene footage, but the outsourced footage or whatever, and they put it in, the edit in, and filtered in. And since it was shot on film, it was nice and easy to put in and make it look really good here. The audio is phenomenal. The score, which I think, in my personal opinion, is my second favorite score overall. I can listen to Your Father Will Be Proud or Guardians of the Will all day, every day. Michael Giacchino is a fantastic composer, and what he was able to do in 3 months was just so good. So, as I said, this is a movie that hangs with the best of them. Shots that rival nature documentaries, and honestly, there was nothing I didn't like. I'm a huge critique. I love critiquing. I will call it something if it has flaws, but this is a flawless from a visual and audio standpoint. I know some people feel some way about the story and stuff like that, but from a visual and audio standpoint, this movie is perfect. It is not just a recommend. This is a must buy. If you collect 4K physical media and you have a nice 4K TV, a nice sound system, this is a Blu-ray copy of a film you need to have. Please go out and buy it as soon as possible. With saying that, I am giving the film a 10 out of 10. Rare 10 out of 10 rating. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to look forward to Star Wars A New Hope, my favorite Star Wars film. I'm excited to review that tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day.